Nothing beats a leisurely evening flight.
One boy fell off his broom during my flying class. Good thing Kagawa was there to catch him. She's very good at arresting preventing.
I think I'll go for a quick sprint on my broom after class tonight. I find it helps stimulate my heart. Can't imagine starting
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Oh, hello. She's awfully regal, isn't she?
Is that your owl?
I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself, especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know.
I am a bit concerned. I have a lot of catching up to do.
Indeed, 4 years of schoolwork is a bit... Being that far behind, I'd feel so... inadequate. Of course, presumably, as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. But sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do.
Do you really think you should have been in Ravenclaw?
Well, my brothers were. They both work in the ministry now. I suppose you could say that wit runs in the family. My aunt was a Gryffindor, though, and I've always had plenty in common with her. Determination, valor, daring. The old sorting hat was spoiled for choice with me.
It was nice meeting you, Lenora.
Of course. Adieu.
My parents were thrilled to hear that Black has been...
Arthur's got you. It's all right.
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
That one is true. Not the typical start to a new school.
That's dreadful. Well, I'm glad you made it here alive. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
Are you sure everything is all right with your uncle?
Oh, yes. He travels for work, always busy. I'm sure he just wrote it in a rush. Nothing to worry about.
Thank you, Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Of course. And good luck.
Arthur's got you. It's all right.
You don't need to be frightened, little cat.
I can't quite reach.
Come on, you went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way. Really glad to have you in our house. I'm Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, glumbumbles, bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Well, Dad did bring home a puff skein once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
Have you ever had a pet, Arthur?
No. My mother's a muggle, and as soon as the puffskein that my dad brought home stuck its tongue up her nose, it went right back to the shop.
Nice meeting you, Arthur. And good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet? Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
Have the power to choose the other professors too.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Liz,
One more again.
Liz,
What's up?
What is
What's
it?
up? What's
there's
up?
It is a
fucking
wizard's field guide.
nifflers.
It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that
yeah.
you master all.
Are you surprised?
No, but I'm so happy right now.
Good. Do you have one as a pet already?
No, but they were talking about
Get
it. I
on it!
also, before you can actually
Thank you,
choose your
Professor,
house,
but
there's a
what do you
questionnaire where
mean
you
it will
automatically
keep
get
track
chosen a
of what I'm
house, and I
learning?
got automatically
Perhaps seeing it
chosen
in action will
Hufflepuff
answer any
after
questions you may
answering all my
Walk with me and we shall
things.
put it to the test.
So you don't technically pick your class, you get put in one?
You get put in one after
This
you answer
way.
a bunch of questions, but if you don't like the house they put you in, you can change it. But I got automatically
The
Hufflepuff
guide will
after
give you
answering the
opportunities to
questions,
practice
so
your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
yeah.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
There's someone in my Hufflepuff dormitory wishing they were
Simply
Ravenclaw.
cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide
Revelio.
It's me.
Oh yeah?
I get Hufflepuff every time I do a fucking quiz, and I know that I am not a Hufflepuff.
You don't think you're lovable?
I'm not, like, a Hufflepuff lovable, no.
Oh. I've turned into very much of a Slytherin lately, though.
Yep. It's nice.
Oh, is it?
Yep. It's great. You've come so far.
The sarcasm has gone so far, thanks.
I don't know if it's actually sarcasm.
Oh, okay. Ooh, this is actually kind of cool. Ooh, you can do challenges to unlock cosmetics. See, that's something for you.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that.
They have this set
inside
up
and
to be
outside of the
such a
castle.
great MMO right now. Bro, just make it online. Put a couple servers in here and it'd be great. Yeah. Ooh, what's this?
Ah, good timing.
Ooh, I got a
Perfect
unicorn.
opportunity to show you how to use blue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Oh, the fast travel points. That's cool. So, there's like a Professor Weasley in here, and I'm curious if it's related to Ron Weasley.
Obviously.
I just, you know. What?
I wonder if it's related to Ron. Oh
Listen,
my
let me be stupid and happy at the same time, okay?
Okay.
Is that possible?
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These
Just
stairs
see
lead
this
directly to
giant
Central
unicorn
Hall.
statue, though.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
So since this is from like the
Always something happening
1800s,
here.
is this so
It's
like
the
10,
heart of the hive.
like the
Our
great
King's Cross station,
grandparents
so
or
to
shit,
speak.
Yes. At least 3
That
times.
should be all for now.
Okay.
You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today.
Kinda cool.
And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
So great.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what
This
you might
makes me so
expect.
excited for a
Spells,
universal trip
charms,
next week.
jinxes,
Oh my god, I
all
can't wait to be
terribly
my
useful.
Hufflepuff outfit.
I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard and a talented teacher.
Why do my killers keep DCing?
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name
Oh, it was
implies,
the spirit. I'm glad
focuses
they
on
DC'd.
how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Oh my god, so many butterbeers.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Only 2 classes for one day? I want that kind of school.
Must be nice.
No, right? Jeez.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well-trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes
Oh my
and a
God,
trip
this
to
dude's name is
Hogsmeade for
bold and
supplies,
brash.
including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr.
He should have a
Ollivander.
friend named
He's an
Belongs in the
exceptional
Trash.
craftsman and a good friend. I shall
Oh,
reach out when I
God.
have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Why bullshit that didn't hit him? Oh my God.
Ooh.
He just shook his head no at me. I hate this guy.
Is that all you've got?
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprise first. Now, well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
Levioso!
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I do.
You're a lively duel. Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down. You're good.
How perceptive. Thank you.
Try to anticipate your opponent's next move.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around. Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again,
yeah, here
perhaps
your
this
brother's having
wasn't
fun.
your first duel.
He's having a great time.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts,
Are you enjoying it?
you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough
Go ahead.
not
I don't
to
care.
get
Well,
caught.
Abby, hold on, let me
Thank you,
mute.
Sebastian. I'll keep
I
that in mind.
don't want you to
Good.
spoil anything for Abby.
Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Sometimes I forget I have a map.
Oop. Did you want to get up on the bed? Here. Sorry, all my stuff's in your way again.
I like my dark arts class. That was fun. Now I'm in charms class.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. I sometimes have to remind him of the lesson.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Aww.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed by partnership, Miss Dale.
I hit
Thank
him
you.
with 3 and
Get
then
into
died.
place now.
No, let's start all over again. It's fine.
Do you need my help? I can take a break
No.
to help you. Okay.
No.
It's fine.
I can do this.
Alright. Learning the
Thank you.
spells is so cool, bro.
Accio,
Yeah.
They have a
that
cool
is not
system.
bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? don't we have our newest student start us off? Hmm? Eh? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charge at the last point. Splendid! Stay focused.
Oops.
Excellent. Good. Not to worry. Very good. Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you
I
are
think I
playing
need to
red.
switch off my level
Clear?
30 or almost
Yes,
level
sir.
40 meg. I think that's the issue.
Because you're scaring off the peoples.
Yes, because all of the killers, the first killers always leave, which are probably the babies. And then they get replaced by people who play the game.
Hmm. Oh my god.
Thanks to the best of us.
Bitch.
That is how it's done.
That's it!
Yes! Well done.
I'm gonna rematch. I fucked up.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Oh, I do get a rematch.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this.
Ooh, Steamboat Order.
There we go.
Splendid!
Let us see this. That is how it's done.
Oh my god.
Don't lose your composure.
Be sharp. Phew. Keep trying.
Okay. Fuck you. It's fine. My ball keeps falling off the table.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
That was so close.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use a
word, if you would.
If you're so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
I can never get the last one.
Are you sure
Oh my
you don't
fucking
want
god.
help?
Shush.
Okay.
Shush. It's fine. I'm fine. It's fine. This is fine.
You're very stubborn, aren't you?
I have never been called stubborn in my life.
You are the most stubborn person I know, dude.
Please get me off this hook. Thank
Here
you.
I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I
Oh
could swim
my
with you,
god, I
Praxia
feel like
mole.
I'm watching
As
Willy
long as
Wonka
we're
over
only
here.
one time per week, I can plunge the boys' lavatory.
This
Not for
looks
the
like
meek.
weird
Please,
ghost
please, you'll make me late.
dude.
He tried to
And it
stop
was
me
really
with
funny, he
breakfast
came out of
car,
fucking
thought the
nowhere,
trophy
and he was like,
confined me inside of
wee!
a jar.
And all
But
I
he
can think
failed
of
as
is
did
at
his
work,
containment
my man
jams,
did not
so
just
I
say
took one
wee.
of them to remove it.
But he did though.
Oh god. This is really beautiful. Oh my god, I love it. The view is great.
Glad you could make it.
I
Lucan's
wanna
just
play.
over there.
You
But, like-
said you didn't want to though.
Not right now. I'm just not in the mood for it right now.
When are you going to be?
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see
I
you
don't wanna
about a
have to
club.
delete like
If
half my
Sebastian
fucking
vouches for
games
you.
just to download it.
That's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed ones. A
only
dueling club
half
of
kidding.
sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I don't think you'd have to delete your games. I think you would have to delete most of your videos because that's probably what's taking up half your space.
Yeah, fuck that. My clips are my
I'm
life.
flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does crossed ones work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you can duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
I duel with a partner. Can I duel someone online? Because that'd be nice.
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
I did it.
That looks painful.
I did it.
Yes, don't count me out yet.
Brilliant!
I got this.
What did you have to do?
Win a duel.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you.
I know, not
There's
really
strong
impressive,
competition
but,
ahead,
you know.
but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these duels.
I just
but
entered
check
an
with me later.
exclusive
I may have
dueling
something
club.
lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your
versus,
first
like,
crossed
other real
ones
people?
victory.
No.
What for?
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Hope to see you back here again.
Surely they'll make this online later on, right?
They have to.
Alright, where am I going now?
How nice to see you, my young friend.
I know you can fast travel, but walking around Hogwarts is so fun.
I always walk around before I fast travel. Like, I'll only fast travel once I've explored everything. Even on Skyrim, I would explore the woods.
It's just so pretty and fun to look at.
Exactly.
They like got every detail and everything. It's so nice. I love it. When do I get to go flying around on a broom? That's
Not
bad.
yet, damn it.
I'm glad I don't have to stay in the castle.
What are you up to now?
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning
Jingle
only a few
bells upon
spells.
Disney.
Revelio, was it?
Latta.
And Lumos?
Oh.
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler.
Are you telling me?
Regardless, you must continue to build upon what
I was
you've
just talking in
learned.
general. There's no
In that
Tinkerbell
regard,
launch
I've asked
Oh,
your
sure.
professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Can you tell me more about the potion shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with
The
transfiguration.
knight even walks like that. I'm playing him as the killer right now to
There's an Ollivander's
do a
in
quest,
Hogsmeade.
and he
There
walks like
is.
that in
Most
killer mode
people are
too.
familiar with the shop in
Like
Diagon
his screen
Alley.
bobs up and
We're
down.
fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
I need some butterbeer.
Okay, I see how he works.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.